This is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the Overman, Exodus Pro founder, EC3. I'm here with Big T, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T. Cool. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
What's up, guys? It's Wardlow here, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy, Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you are checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Yes, sir. This is Maserati West Barkley back at you once again, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the Neon Tarantino, the Ace Degenerate, Super Indy Scorsese, the best professional wrestler in the Midwest, Derek Dillinger, and you're listening to, what is it? Beyond the, what is it? Beyond the Ring with Big T. Beyond the Ring with Big T. And that is a wrap. Cut! Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy, Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm back. How you all doing tonight? I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you today. And this is your TNA Wrestling Final Resolution 2024 review. And guys, it's unbelievable. I had to do my return to talk about just an incredible, absolutely incredible return that happened at Final Resolution. Tessa Blanchard, she is back, and I could not be happier. Guys, what a show. This was an incredible moment. Everything about this was amazing. I am so happy right now. You know, if you guys know, because, you know, I've talked about it before, you know, over the years. Was back in 2015. I had the pleasure of meeting Tessa Blanchard at the San Jose International Airport when I was coming home from WrestleMania 31. She was at the airport. I had the pleasure of meeting her there. You know, very, very, just so down to earth. Such a wonderful person. So nice, kind. And then a year later, WrestleCon 2016 in Dallas, Texas. I had the pleasure of meeting Tessa again. And I'll tell you guys, she is the most down-to-earth person you'd ever want to meet. And she may always, in the 2 interactions that I had with Tessa, she made me feel like a friend rather than a fan. And I can't even put into words right now how happy I am that Tessa Blanchard is back. How happy I am that she's back in TNA wrestling, back home. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, Tessa Blanchard's history in TNA is a very, very rich history. I mean, she was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I'll never forget that moment in memory with Sami Callihan and Tessa Blanchard at Hard to Kill in January of 2020, almost 5 years ago. That match, one of my favorite matches, if not my very favorite match in TNA history. And now here we stand, just about 5 years later, and Tessa Blanchard is back, and she has come home to TNA Wrestling. I couldn't be happier. I am so ready for this. I am ready to sit back and watch Tessa just flourish in TNA. Absolutely flourish and just have a great run. Now, you know, a lot of people are asking, you know, Tessa Blanchard's back. What does this mean? Well, I think she gave a really direct answer as to why she's back and what does this mean on Final Resolution, when the interviewer tried to stop her in the backstage area. And she said, you know, she's here to, you know, take back the company that she built. Basically to show everybody how it is done in TNA. Absolutely incredible. And what do you do if you're Tessa? You know, this return was done so beautifully. Because what do you do if you're Tessa? You take a look at the landscape of TNA. You want to return. Who do you go for upon coming back? Well, you go for the biggest star in the women's division, that being Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace is going around TNA. She thinks she's at the top. No. Jordynne Grace has been the top woman in the division at TNA Wrestling only because Tessa Blanchard has not been there. But now that she's back, Jordynne don't hold that top spot no more. That top spot is for Tessa. And Tessa is just coming back to TNA Wrestling to take what is hers. And that is her throne in TNA Wrestling. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. I have been a supporter of Tessa for almost 10 years now. And, you know, since the day I met her, and since she's back, and I saw her come back in TNA Wrestling, I said to myself, you know what? Tessa made her comeback. I am making my comeback to the air with you guys here. And I will be reviewing and talking about Tessa Blanchard's entire run with TNA. And it's going to be a successful one, guys. So, right now, what you're going to see from me is TNA Wrestling review and result shows consisting of Impact, and whatever pay-per-views and special events that TNA holds. Because we know now that Tessa Blanchard is going to be a part of those events. And whatever events that Tessa Blanchard is a part of, I will be here to review them for all of you. So that is why I am back. And I couldn't be happier. Alright, guys. So, I mean, the return, as far as the return of Tessa, it was done to perfection. Jordynne Grace was going at it with Rosemary. Jordynne Grace was about to win the match. You know, next thing you know, you see the referee hit 2. The referee's going for the 3 count. Ref gets pulled out of the ring. Then you see a woman dressed in black, you know, black pants, black coat, and a ski mask, a black ski mask. Everybody's thinking, what's going on here? Next thing you know, this woman pulls Jordynne Grace out of the ring. Absolutely just works her around ringside. Nice and stiff. You know, it looked great. It looked absolutely great. You know, the shots look stiff, everything. The whole look, the whole aesthetic of it, everything was done to perfection. Then next thing you know, Jordynne gets thrown in the ring. We see that beautiful DDT that Tessa used to pin Sami Callihan to become the TNA Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion 5 years ago. Then she stands in the middle of the ring, unzips her coat, takes the big coat off, and then reaches up, grabs the ski mask, pulls it right off, and we see Tessa Blanchard standing there, and the crowd popped. Alright, that crowd in Atlanta, Georgia at the sold-out Center Stage Theater popped for Tessa. And I thought it was incredible. They popped, and then it's like after that pop happened, that just natural, organic pop from that crowd, it's almost like the crowd realized, like, wait a minute, Tessa just attacked Jordynne Grace. So that means she's a heel. She attacked Jordynne Grace. We got to start booing her. So it went from this pop to where the crowd started booing. And Tessa, she just took it all in. She had that big signature smile on her face. She held her arms out as if to say, I am here. Love it. Absolutely love it. I thought it was one of the best returns. I would say the best, as far as returns go, the best return that TNA Wrestling has ever done in their company history. And it shows on social media. I'm going to take a look here at the updated numbers. I'm going to take a look right here. Hold on, guys. Let's see. On the updated numbers for Tessa Blanchard's return, 976,000 views. I believe that TNA Wrestling, they have never had a video go to 1 million. In fact, their highest rated video that I see on their Instagram page was 784,000. Tessa is at the top spot on TNA Wrestling's social media and might be what I believe to be the first person to reach 1 million views on a TNA Wrestling reel on Instagram. It's just absolutely incredible. In my view, Tessa Blanchard is the best women's wrestler in the world, and it's about time. It's about time that Tessa Blanchard is back, because in my opinion, she is and always has been the best women's wrestler in the world, and the fact that she's back, like, I'm so overjoyed about this. This has made, I mean, come on, you guys know I've been away. I haven't hit the air in probably about 6 months, you know, and this made me want to come back and get back on the air and cover everything that happens in TNA wrestling. This is awesome. And you know, I see a comment in the chat, and I'm gonna say this to the person in the chat and say this to everybody else as a whole. And you know, I see a lot of people are not happy Tessa Blanchard returned to TNA. This person says, I've seen a lot of complaints from the internet wrestling community. Well, I'm not here to talk about that. You know, people want to complain. That's their own problem, okay? I am not here to do that. I am not here to talk about anything negative. No. This is right here. This channel, this space right here is all about supporting Tessa Blanchard and standing behind Tessa Blanchard. And anybody, this goes for anybody that comes in and hears this, sees this, anybody that wants to be negative and spread negativity when it comes to Tessa Blanchard, you can take yourselves right out of this chat and never come back on this channel again, because there is no room for any of the Tessa Blanchard haters over here. There is no room for that. I mean, anybody that's been a viewer of mine since I started this almost 11 years ago, anybody, if they remember Tessa's first run in TNA, even to back when I met her at the airport and WrestleCon 2016, everybody knows I have been a supporter of Tessa Blanchard since day one. Day one. And that's exactly what it is, guys. This channel, this space right here, is for supporting Tessa Blanchard, because this is a celebratory occasion. I mean, this is a celebratory occasion. Like I said, I haven't been so happy with anything in wrestling in so long I can't even remember. But the fact that Tessa Blanchard is back, nobody deserves it more, guys. Nobody deserves it more. And I'm so happy for Tessa. And Tessa, I love you. You're back. And just go out there and kill it like you did tonight, because you, or like you did at Final Resolution, because you did absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see what's next on this run. I'll tell you guys that. That's some awesome stuff tonight. I keep saying tonight because I'm so used to doing these shows right after the live, but no, at Final Resolution, I mean. But yeah, absolutely incredible, and I could not be happier that Tessa is back. And now, I'm telling you, it's got me excited as to ask what is going to happen on Impact, or not, yeah, on Impact on Thursday night. Is Tessa Blanchard going to show up on Impact? If she does, what is she going to do? You know, is Tessa Blanchard, is she going to have a match? Is she going to cut a promo in front of the live audience? Is she going to target somebody else in the women's division? Is she going to go back to targeting Jordynne Grace again? That's the beauty of this. We do not know. We know why Tessa's here. To reclaim her top spot and reclaim her throne in TNA wrestling. But what she does next, that's the beauty of it, folks. We have no idea. But you know what? I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. It's got me wanting to tune into Impact. It's got me wishing that Impact was on tonight so that I don't have to wait until Thursday night to find out what is going to happen with Tessa Blanchard. Love it. Love it. I know a lot of people are, they are, what do you want to say? Like, they're all excited, with WWE, and, I see a lot of people that are not so excited about AEW. Well, you know what? Right here, I'm excited about Tessa Blanchard. I'm excited about TNA wrestling and what is going to be next for Tessa Blanchard. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped, guys. This is one of the happiest days that I've had ever sitting here behind this microphone and behind this computer screen to talk to all of you. So you better believe me, I will be here. I will be here to cover this TNA run of Tessa Blanchard. That is why I'm back. Alright, guys. So, as far as anything, as far as speculation and news, one thing that I've heard that's a very, very good thing is that Tessa Blanchard, it has been said that Tessa Blanchard returning to TNA wrestling, could eventually lead to her, debuting in WWE and having a WWE run. Now, I'm all for that. I am all for that. I mean, there are so many things that Tessa Blanchard is going to do in TNA, and there's so many things that she can do in WWE if that's indeed, if WWE is going to end up taking a look at her. Like I said, it's all speculation. You see so many things. Is Tessa Blanchard's TNA return leading to a run in WWE? Well, gee, I hope so. I want to see Tessa Blanchard on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania one day. I want to see that. I do. And not only do I want to see it, I want to see it main event WrestleMania. I do, guys. So yeah, wrestling is getting great. It's got me to return here, and let's talk about Final Resolution. What's up, Rocky? How you doing? Rocky, I appreciate it. Yes, the donation link is in the chat. Everybody, please feel free. The holiday season, if you can, please donate to the show. Be very much appreciated. And now that I'm back, I hope you guys are as happy as I am, and I hope you guys are going to join me on this run, because I'll be here for it. So TNA Final Resolution 2024 from the Center Stage Theater in Atlanta, Georgia, from Friday, December 13th, 2024. Tom Hannafin and Matthew Rehwoldt they were on commentary. Now, if you don't know who they are, you will when I tell you their former WWE names. They went by the names of Tom Phillips and Aiden English in WWE. So, we had Leon Slater versus Fandango in the Countdown to Final Resolution. I forgot what his name was in TNA, honestly. But I knew it was Fandango when I saw him. In the end, Fandango ends up rolling up Slater with his feet on the ropes to pick up the win. So Fandango gets the win. Hammerstone is out with an injury. Gia Miller was in the back and says that Hammerstone has sustained an injury and won't be able to participate in the three-way tag team match tonight. Jake Something walks in and says he doesn't need help or replacement in the match against PCO, Sami Callihan, and the Rascals tonight, and he can do anything on his own. We'll see how that goes. Frankie Kazarian and Jonathan Gresham, by the way, the match with Fandango that was on the Countdown and the Countdown show, and Frankie Kazarian and Jonathan Gresham, that's also on the Countdown show. In the end, Kazarian hits a thumb to the eye on Gresham and puts him in the crossface chicken wing in the center of the ring, and Gresham taps out. So Frankie Kazarian is your winner. Both matches on the pre-show, I enjoyed it. They weren't bad. It was good enough for pre-show. It was good enough for pre-show. And then we move on to main card. And I'll tell you, this main card, we did see some great matches on Final Resolution, guys. We really did. I mean, TNA is really stepping up. Their wrestling is really stepping up. I'm really liking what they're doing. I am. I really am. So, we kick off the show with the TNA X Division Championship match. We got Moose, the TNA X Division Champion, defending the title against Kushida, and Tom Phillips brings up the fact that the system has been in 19 title matches in 2024 events. And as Moose just defended the X Division Championship last night on TNA Impact against Cody Deaner, so really pushing Moose as a fighting X Division champion. I thought this match was great back and forth. You had the perfect big guy, smaller guy match. Kushida did a great job. Moose did a great job. They worked well together. I enjoyed this. I think this was a good spot for this match on the card as the first match of the evening. It was, perfect to get the crowd hot, get them going, set that tone on the show. It was great. Let's see. In the end of this match, we had some back and forth. Moose stopped the springboarding Kushida off the top ropes with the drop kick before hitting the spear, and the spear it was a hard-hitting spear. It turned Kushida inside out. Moose went into the pin for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winner and still the TNA Wrestling X Division Champion, Moose. Now, as far as match times, the Fandango match on the pre-show, 7 minutes and 7 seconds. Frankie Kazarian and Jonathan Gresham was 9 minutes 11 seconds. Those are the pre-show matches. Now on the main card, Moose and Kushida for the X Division Championship was 10 minutes and 52 seconds. So, now we got something with money and gold here. Gia Miller's in the back with first class as Casey Navarro says tonight everybody is going to believe in AJ Francis, as they are not only about money but about gold. Francis says this is the biggest moment of his career, and he worked for 6 years in this sport for this moment, as he has never wanted anything more than to be world champion. So, Francis is going to do it tonight by putting his hands around the throat of Nick Nemeth, picking him up above his head, and slamming him onto the TNA logo in the ring, because there is not a damn thing that Nemeth or anybody on this roster that can do about it, and tonight he will prove that he deserves everything that is coming for him. So now, we got the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, against PCO and Sami Callihan, and against Jake something. And, this was a good triple threat tag team match. I mean, Jake something was working on his own because he didn't have Hammerstone. He didn't name a replacement, so Jake something was out there. There were 2 other teams, so 4 guys total. Jake something made the 5th guy. So it's like you had 4-on-1 almost, but it wasn't a handicap match. It was a triple threat tag team match. So in the end of this match here, PCO, he gets right back up. He's trading blows with Jake something. The Rascals take turns flipping back into the ring before hitting Feed Them to the Lions on Jake something to get the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. So your winners are the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, by pinfall at 11 minutes and 4 seconds. Next up, 23, It's Just a Number. We get another mysterious 23 video on the screen with the audio saying it is just a number over and over again as the crowd chants, "What was that?" TNA has been hyping up a live episode of Impact for January 23rd. So I'm expecting that to be the reveal of this mystery. I mean, I'm assuming that's got to be what it is. If it's not, somebody, if you've heard anything, pass it along to me. We'll talk about it. Eric Young bumps into Steve Macklin in the back and hypes him up by saying it is his night and that he has his back tonight, and gives Macklin confidence in winning this 4-way tonight to earn a title shot for TNA Genesis. Next up here, by the way, the Rascals won 11 minutes 4 seconds. Next up, we got a singles match. Trent Seven going one-on-one against Ace Austin. So, now we'll see what's going on with Trent Seven and Ace Austin. If you guys remember, Trent Seven used to be in NXT UK, in the WWE. Ace Austin has been a TNA, been in TNA for years, so he's a long-time veteran of TNA. I believe he's been there, has it been the past 5-6 years? Longer? He's been there a long time. But anyway, this match was, again, I thought this was, pretty good. I mean, we got good matches here in TNA. Solid stuff. We had back and forth. Ace Austin hits the Art of Finesse and the Fold back-to-back. And then that's ABC's, 1-2 sweep finisher to get the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winner by pinfall at 12 minutes and 39 seconds is Ace Austin. Now, it's the most wonderful time. Let's take a look at this. We go to Frankie Kazarian in the back, who is singing "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" to call his shot, or to his Call Your Shot trophy, and says his night is not over, as he will be keeping a close eye on the Nick Nemeth versus AJ Francis TNA World Title match tonight. Kazarian says he's about ending things on a high note, and it doesn't get any higher than sitting high as TNA World Champion. Rosemary goes one-on-one with Jordan Grace, and this is where it happens, folks. This is where it happens. And you know what? I'm going to give the whole review to this match just because It deserves it. So Jordan Grace's music hits. You know, she gets a bigger pop than usual. Rosemary goes after Grace right away, but Grace stops her with the Death Valley Driver and a sliding elbow strike for 2. They head to the corner, but Rosemary bites her way out and gets a warning from the referee. Rosemary then counters an electric chair and puts Jordan in the upside down on the ropes. As the crowd chants for Jordan, Rosemary stays in control and kicks Jordan in the face as she is draped on the ropes. Rosemary stays, let's see. Where did I missed my spot. I'm sorry, guys. Rosemary stays in control for a little bit as they take it to the outside. Back in the ring, they struggle in a backslide attempt with Jordan slamming Rosemary into the corner before rolling her up for a 2 count and landing a big open palm strike just for Rosemary to rise back up. Jordan comes back with the world's strongest slam but misses the Vader bomb as Rosemary hits a spear. Jordan comes right back with a back fist, but Rosemary kicks out at 2. They take it to the ramp, and Rosemary puts on a sleeper, but Jordan powers up and slams Rosemary back down onto the ramp as they go to re-enter the ring. Rosemary lands a spear through the ropes for 2 as Jordan hits the muscle buster, but a masked individual, because after the muscle buster, that's when we got the pin cover. Referee got pulled out of the ring. We got the masked individual. Pulls the referee out of the ring and starts attacking Jordan Grace. And, you know, I won't act like I don't know. I'm reading it, you know, like in the moment of where we didn't know who it is. But we masked individual Tessa Blanchard. She pulls the referee out of the ring, starts attacking Jordan Grace. Tessa keeps attacking Jordan in and out of the ring. The crowd is booing because, of course, you know, Jordan being the babyface. And then this mysterious person, who is Tessa Blanchard, unmasks, and they reveal that it is Tessa Blanchard, who gets that huge pop at first, but then when the crowd realizes, you know, that it's Jordan Grace that was attacked, and that Jordan Grace is the babyface, and that Tessa is, they're like, oh, Tessa's the heel. Alright, we got a boo. So Tessa, then she got boos. She smiled. She ate it all up. She put her arms out. She posed. This segment was a chef's kiss. It was that good. Now, you know, Tom Phillips says the rumors are true. You know, Tessa Blanchard is here. And then Aiden English asks, he's like, has hell frozen over here in TNA Wrestling? What is going on, Tom? I mean, commentary sold it. Jordan sold the beating. Tessa did an incredible job. This whole thing all the way around couldn't be any better. I loved it. And Tessa Blanchard is back. Unbelievable, guys. I love it. I love it. So the match ends in a no contest at 11 minutes and 13 seconds. Tessa Blanchard is back. Now, you know, Gia Miller tries to get a word in with Tessa in the back and asks, you know, well, Tessa, why'd you do what you did to Jordan Grace? Tessa says, you know, that she reminded Jordan Grace and everybody else whose name this company was built on, and that Tessa Blanchard is back. And she is taking what is hers. And then she pie faces Gia Miller and then walks down the ramp, walks out of the parking garage. I mean, she was walking with the purpose, too. Tessa was walking like a badass. I loved it. I loved it. After she said what she had to say, she just walked out, and she walked out like she owned the place. You couldn't get any better than that, guys. In fact, I'm not going to play you the video, but I'll play you the audio of what Tessa Blanchard said. Give me a second here. I will play you this audio. Hopefully you guys can hear it okay.
So please, why did you just attack Jordan Grace? What was that all about?
Attack? I just reminded her and everybody else whose name this company was built on. Tessa Blanchard is back, and I'm taking what's mine. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, guys. She's back. I love it. Like I said, I'm happy as happy can be. So that's what we got. Great segment, great post-match interview. Tessa's amazing. Welcome back, Tessa. I love you. Alright, guys. Eric Young joins the commentary team for the next matches and is immediately asked for his thoughts on what we just saw. Eric Young says he and everybody else in the back are shocked, but they have to keep moving forward. So then we get a TNA World Heavyweight Championship #1 contenders fatal 4-way match. We got Mike Santana, Josh Alexander, Steve Macklin, and Joe Hendry. Now in the end here, Macklin takes on Hendry with the crosshairs. Alexander runs in and hits a low blow on Macklin. Hendry stops Josh Alexander and hits the standing ovation to get the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win on him. And, by the way, the match, I don't know if I said it already, the women's match with Rosemary and Jordan Grace ended in a no contest at 11 minutes and 13 seconds. Getting back to this match, though, like I said, Joe Hendry hit the standing ovation on Josh Alexander for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. And your winner by pinfall at 18 minutes and 24 seconds to become the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship is Joe Hendry. Now, what people, I believe Nick Nemeth, Nick Nemeth did say this. The best TNA World Champion, let's hear what Nick Nemeth has to say in his backstage promo here. We hear from TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth in the back, who says as a fighting TNA champion, he proves people wrong. And the last year has proven that. He brings up Joe Hendry being the #1 contender at Genesis, and the fact that Frankie Kazarian could cash in. Nemeth says he is still the man here who has proven how damn good he is every single night. He is the wanted man for a reason, because he is the best TNA World Heavyweight Champion of all time. Next up, TNA Knockouts World Championship Falls Count Anywhere match. Masha Slamovich defending her TNA Knockouts World Championship against Tasha Steelz. And, let's see. So far all these matches have been good. In the end here, Masha kept kicking out of multiple pin attempts. So then they went to the ring. Masha catches Steelz off the ropes with a knee, followed by her pile driver that she calls the Requiem to get the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winner, and still the TNA Knockouts World Champion, is Masha Slamovich, by winning by pinfall at 12 minutes and 36 seconds to retain her title. Next up, TNA World Tag Team Championship Tables match. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, defending their titles against the System of Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. Again, another good match here. I had fun with it. And right here, let's see. There was one instance here when the System was dragging Jeff up into the crowd. They find a table to put Jeff on. Matt appears behind from a door with the chair and starts attacking them. The table breaks, but the referee says he didn't go through it, so it doesn't count. Matt ends up putting Eddie Edwards on another table as Jeff makes his way above and hits a swanton bomb on Eddie Edwards, putting him through the table to end the match. And your winners, and still the TNA World Tag Team Champions, are Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardys, getting the win Let's see, the women's title match was 12 minutes 36 seconds. This match was 16 minutes and 52 seconds. And the Hardys are still your World Tag Team Champions in TNA. And guys, it's time for the main event of the evening for TNA Final Resolution for Friday, December 13th, 2024. It was Friday the 13th, guys. How about that? Main event of the evening here. TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Nick Nemeth, the reigning defending TNA World Heavyweight Champion, defending against AJ Francis with Casey Navarro in his corner. Good match here for big guy, smaller guy. Francis, he ended up, he hit the down payment on Nemeth. Nemeth rolled outside of the ring to avoid the pinfall. Very smart. Francis went out of the ring, got Nemeth back in the ring, and then went to pin Nemeth with his foot on his chest. But Nemeth kicked out. Nemeth countered another down payment with the Famouser, followed by a super kick, and then the Danger Zone for the 1-2-3. And the pin in the win to retain the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Your winner and still TNA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Nemeth getting the win by pinfall at 15 minutes and 14 seconds to retain the TNA Wrestling World Championship. I also love the ending with countering AJ Francis' finishing move, then hitting his signature move, the Famouser, hitting his second signature move, the super kick, and hitting his finishing move, the Danger Zone, which used to be known as the Zigzag. But 15 minutes, 14 seconds, Nick Nemeth still your champion. Now, as soon as the match ends, Casey Navarro runs in and attacks Nemeth as Francis joins in. Joe Hendry runs out and takes out First Class. Nemeth and Hendry go to pick up the world title at the same time before Nemeth pulls it away and raises his title in the air. And, I thought it was great. I did. And that's how TNA Final Resolution 2024 went off the air, folks. That's how it went off the air. Great show. But, you know what the best part of this night was. Tessa Blanchard returning. It was awesome. Hey, Poppy Carl, what's up, man? It's good to see all you guys back. But, I'm absolutely just thrilled with all this. I am. And Tessa Blanchard being back. Guys, I am so ready for this. And anybody that wants to come along on this ride with me, go right ahead, because it's going to be fun. You don't want to miss out. If you want to miss out, then, that's your choice. But I highly suggest to everybody, stop with the hate and start thinking positive. And start spreading positivity. That would be, that's a good thing. We need a lot of positivity in this community. See, like that person in the chat earlier was talking about the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community. Well, you know what? The whole community, the IWC, is full of negativity. You want the truth? That's what it is. I am here to change that. The IWC needs truth. The IWC needs positivity. That's where I come in. And that's why I've stepped in and made my comeback here. Trust me, guys. I'm looking here to see any news that I could find. One day ago, again, take these reports with a grain of salt, because we don't know how true they are, or what's a work and what's not. I'm just here to report on it, and all of you guys can comment on it in the comment section below. So, alright, here's a report. Tessa Blanchard addresses her TNA contract status and CMLL departure. Now, Tessa Blanchard re-debuted for TNA Wrestling on Friday night, December 13, 2024, attacking Jordynne Grace at their Final Resolution pay-per-view. Let's see, it says, rumor reports tell us that given, let's see, I want to bypass all this. I want to get to the meat of the story. So, it says here, according to Tessa Blanchard in an interview that she did, it says, after Final Resolution, this interview was conducted, I guess, after Final Resolution, could be the day after, doesn't say exactly when. Tessa Blanchard says that she is not under contract to TNA. Tessa revealed as much while talking about her decision to leave the Lucha Libre promotion CMLL, where she was one of their women's tag team champions. CMLL vacated the title after news of Tessa's departure hit last Friday afternoon. So, what it says here, I'm assuming this is Tessa's quote, what she said, at least how they have it written up on here. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It's the dirt sheets. But I guess right here it says, that was a tough decision for me. Tessa says, I have a lot of respect for CMLL, and I love everything about that company. They have helped me a lot in getting in touch with other companies, so I'm grateful for that. I am not signed with anyone, including TNA and CMLL. Let's see, contract or not, Tessa Blanchard is selling the match with Jordynne Grace, and her TNA appearances are building to. Tessa says here, and I quote, my eyes are now on Jordynne Grace because her locker room in TNA previously had my name on it with a lot of stories I had there. I see Jordynne Grace's career being in the up and up, but I feel that if I was in TNA of all the past year, she would not have this success. That is why I wanted to return, because I wanted to prove this was still my locker room. And right now, my goal is to get a singles match with Jordynne Grace to prove who is the best wrestler in the world. I had a lot of matches against men, women, and have always won multiple championships and tournaments. So, I have a lot of confidence in my wrestling that I can say I am the best in the world. I love it. You tell him, Tessa. Now, it says here that it sounds like there's a long-term plan on Tessa Blanchard's part, and, so hopefully, we'll see where this story goes, but hopefully, we hear from Tessa saying that she has not signed a contract with TNA. Is that a work? Is it true? We don't know. Sound off in the comment section below. I am hoping that Tessa Blanchard is signed with TNA. I really am. I'm hoping for that. I'm really hoping that she is. But we'll see. We'll find out. Let's watch Impact on Thursday night and see, will Tessa Blanchard show up again? So, I really want to see what's going to happen here. And then finally, guys, I see something here that says, let's see. There's a report here. WWE talent are eager to work with Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard returned to TNA Wrestling at Final Resolution 2024 last Friday night, kicking off a rivalry with Jordynne Grace. Before Jordynne Grace, it says this in the report right here as I'm reading, before Jordynne Grace departs TNA in early 2025. And, let's see. Dave Meltzer reported on the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio that there are certain people in WWE that are interested in working with Tessa Blanchard. Meltzer says it was an interesting thing because even though I had it in the Observer, let's see, I shouldn't say most, but it's as many people in TNA had no idea that Tessa was coming, and it was upper management of TNA, I guess, who knew. And let's see. I'm going through all this stuff because there's so much unnecessary stuff to read, that I don't even need to read it. Let's see. Let's see. Meltzer is trying to say, let's see. Meltzer's trying to say that this could be WWE and TNA working together here. And we know that, TNA and WWE have worked together before. Meltzer's trying to say that this could be what it is, that WWE has asked TNA to bring Tessa to their promotion so that they can keep a watchful eye on her while she works in TNA, and then after a certain amount of time goes by, WWE will be ready to go in and scoop her up from TNA and sign her to WWE. That's what Meltzer is saying, but is it true? We have no idea if any of this is true. No idea at all. But it says here that, trying to get to the part about the WWE talent. Let's see, they can bring her into WWE because there are women in WWE who do want to work with Tessa Blanchard. Meltzer says he knows for a fact that there are some women who definitely want to work with Tessa Blanchard in the WWE, and I'll tell you what, guys, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel really good. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see Tessa Blanchard in WWE at the end of the day. I do. I would have said, if this was a few years ago, I probably would have said I would have loved to see her in AEW back when Vince was booking WWE. But you know what? Now, the roles have switched. I don't know why or what's happened down there at AEW, but it's like the roles have switched. Tony Khan has taken on booking like Vince McMahon, and the product is, AEW's really fallen off a cliff. To just be straight up honest with you guys, TNA has fallen off of a cliff. And, or not TNA, I'm sorry. I'm saying that because I'm reviewing a TNA show. I'm sorry, I got that screwed up. AEW. No, TNA is thriving. TNA is thriving. They're going to have bigger venues for their pay-per-views. TNA is thriving. But AEW has completely fallen off a cliff lately. I don't know what they got to do to turn that company back around, but they got to do something. WWE has had this resurgence and is a very hot product now. So with WWE they were always the biggest game in town. But the fact that they're the biggest game in town and they're booking great stuff now with Triple H there, I want to see Tessa Blanchard go to the WWE. Also, what I want to see, and this is my story that I'm pitching, I haven't heard this nowhere, and I know you guys haven't either. So if anybody tries to say they have, believe me, they've been watching this show. What I want to see for Tessa in the WWE, I want to see her come in. I want to see her I think Tessa being a heel would be the way to go. And have Tessa align herself with Paul Heyman. Have Tessa align herself with Paul Heyman. Have Tessa be the first Paul Heyman girl on screen. I mean, that right there, a match made in heaven. And I want to see Tessa feud with Charlotte Flair. I want to see Charlotte as a babyface. And I know you guys are finding that shocking because, you know, everybody says Charlotte works better as a heel, and I agree. But in this case, I want Charlotte Flair to be the babyface. And I want her to be managed by her father, Ric Flair. So you have Tessa and Rick on one side, Charlotte and Rick on one side, and you have Tessa and Paul Heyman on the other side. The interactions there would be golden. For Charlotte and Rick, it would all be about them trying to preserve and protect their Flair family legacy, because by this point, Tessa will have tied or broken Ric Flair's record for world titles won. So it'll be about preserving and protecting the Flair legacy at WrestleMania. For Tessa Blanchard and Paul Heyman, it'll be about destroying that Flair legacy and taking everything that is dear to Charlotte by beating her for the Women's Championship. And Tessa having her crowning moment on the WrestleMania stage with Paul Heyman as her manager, beating Charlotte Flair. That's what needs to happen. That's the WWE endgame that we need to see in the end of all this. Tessa being the very first on screen Paul Heyman girl, and coming for the legacy of Charlotte Flair. I love it. I love it. That's what we need to see, folks. That right there. See, now that's an idea. That's captivating television. And the promos, the back and forth. Can you imagine Paul Heyman and Ric Flair cutting promos? Can you imagine Tessa Blanchard and Charlotte Flair cutting promos? To where Charlotte's talking about her legacy and Tessa saying how, you know what, she is going to make her legacy off of, at Charlotte's expense by beating her at WrestleMania. And showing Charlotte who the real diamond of this business really is. I love it. So there's a little thought for you. But anyway, TNA Final Resolution 2024, great show. Nothing to complain about. I loved it. And as far as a score on the show, I mean, I enjoyed all the matches, but I mean, Tessa Blanchard's return, I mean, my God. I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time, and I couldn't be happier. I'm going to give TNA Wrestling Final Resolution for Friday, December 13, 2024. I'm going to give this show a 10 out of 10, plus the 2 thumbs up and the Big T seal of approval. Great stuff, guys. And I appreciate all you guys, coming in here today for my return to the airwaves. But with Tessa Blanchard coming back, I had to be here. And again, getting to meet Tessa all those years ago, and just what a great down-to-earth person she is, and how she made me feel like a friend or a family member rather than a fan. I'll never ever forget that, guys. Never. And it was just, it was an awesome experience, and I've been a Tessa supporter since day one. Nobody deserves this more than her. And to see her getting this moment, and to see her return go as smoothly as it did, and how wonderful that it did, I could not be happier. So Tessa, yeah, it's great to have her back. It really is. Tessa, I love you. I'm here to support you, and I always will. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do on this run in TNA Wrestling, because it is going to be just absolutely epic. It's going to be incredible. The Diamond of Professional Wrestling is back, everybody. Ah, God, it feels so good to say that. It really does. It feels so good to say that. I'm just so happy right now. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the show. And it's going to do it for me. Don't forget to donate on PayPal. I hope you guys will for the holiday season. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this whole Tessa Blanchard situation. Next time you guys will see me, I'll be back reviewing Impact. Well, next time we see Tessa Blanchard, what is next for Tessa Blanchard? We'll find out, and I'll be here with you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. And you know there will be a next time. And don't forget us. And we won't forget you. And as always, everybody, if you want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best for all of your professional wrestling needs, right here on YouTube and on the internet today, always remember to think beyond the ring with Big T. And of course, everybody, as always remember and never ever forget that I'm your host, Big T, and I will see all of you at the matches. I'll see all of you for your TNA Wrestling Impact review on the next show. What's next for Tessa Blanchard, we'll see. But take care, everybody. I love you all. Good night, everybody. And the Diamond is back. I love you, Tessa.
This is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the Overman, Exodus Pro founder, EC3. I'm here with Big T. We're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T. Cool. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
What's up, guys? It's Wardlow here, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy, Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you are checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Yes, sir. This is Maserati West Barkley back at you once again, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the Neon Tarantino, the Ace Degenerate, Super Indie Scorsese, the best professional wrestler in the Midwest, Derek Dillinger, and you're listening to, what is it? Beyond Beyond the Ring with Big T. Beyond the Ring with Big T. And that is a wrap. Cut!
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy, Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.